Hello, Kingdom. Welcome to today's collective read. We're just going to let things flow and let it come out as it so shall. I'm using the Sun and Moon Tarot deck. I love this deck so much. It has Hebraic textures, just as I do with my gematria here. We will not see page cards. We will see Prince and Princess, which honors our masculine and feminine inner children as two separate entities, which is why I just love it so much. So, as our collective here for the kingdom, Lord, I just ask that your presence be here as much as it has been for the rest of my readings this morning. Um, and I am just very grateful to feel this protection here right now. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope that we will see you for more. All right, Lord, let's use the Sun and Moon Tarot deck, and we're going to see what comes out today in any way, shape, form, light, love, wisdom, knowledge, power, perception, insight, faith. I'm hearing you do not believe in yourself as much as God would like you to. The faith that you have in Him is the same exact amount and measurement, if not, of the faith that He has in you. I heard self-efficacy and believing in yourself and is different than believing in yourself and believing that you can do things good, do them well, do hard things well. There's been so many things that you have been through before. You've survived 100% of them before, haven't you? So now it's just taking this act of surviving and moving it. I'm no longer going to survive. I'm just going to navigate. We see this depolarized Five of Pentacles. I'm no longer going to survive. I'm no longer going to put myself out in the cold. I need to take reign of my own star, my own wheel, my own ship, my own polynomial sphere inside of my spirit here. And I need to stop leaving myself out in the cold. I need to stop doing things that I know are not serving me. I need to do the opposite and move myself away from what I'm merely surviving from. When you remove yourself from that type of ecosystem, when you remove yourself from that type of mindset, what's going to happen? Well, you don't know because you never did you? Let's see what this card was that was in the pile. I had to pull it out as we were talking. Oh shit. The fucking devil card. Really? Yeah, he's the one who's leading you down in this control, this flesh, this area of fear. Let's just transmute that fear into curiosity, shouldn't we? I'm not going to leave myself out in the cold anymore. There's another wheel there. Love it so much. I can't keep myself stuck in one place because that's what the devil wants me to do. All of the demons that have ever surrounded me in my whole life, that's what they want me to do. So shouldn't that give you gusto, bravery, more courage to not do those things? Sometimes when we're not doing those things, that's what we're supposed to do. Moving ourselves out of this comfort zone. This ecosystem that the devil's creating in you is not made in God's image. And then the fact that you're too afraid to stand up to it is like Romans 7 and Romans 8 coming through. God, I know your law is good, but I'm too afraid, so I'm going to live the devil's law. And because I'm choosing to live the devil's law, that's an offensive lie because you're already assuming that it's better than Christ's law, which is not true at all. Devil takes your power away, falsifying that he will give it to you when really you need to lose the ability to hold on to that. And Christ consciousness will come in, replacing this devil and kick his ass out. And then you'll be able to see I've had power and control all along. I don't have to leave myself out. I don't have to feel like I'm rejected. I don't have to feel like I'm abandoned anymore. I continue to remember parts of my past, and they don't belong in my future. It's this need to take over this own intellectual reign and tell your brain to move this way, tell the mind to move this way. Your brain is the flesh, but your mind is the muscle. And so, how is your muscle going to gain anything if the brain still hosts it when it's really your spirit? Well, that just flipped over somehow. Look at that. Princess of Wands. So we saw a princess instead of the prince, telling us that our feminine energy is waiting to just create something. We see the sacral here within this red and this orange and the yellow, but the orange is the feminine, the sacral. So the root and the solar plexus, the masculine, are really just being left out as well. There's this ability to I know I can be efficient. I know that I can do things well. I know that I can feel differently about myself. I know that I can love myself. I know that I can have great nurturing power for my own nature, because all the devil's trying to do is do what your mother did, right? Make you feel less than, neglect yourself, not accept yourself, make it hard to look at your own reflection. And then you end up being just like her. And you don't know how to be your own mother. Do we see this here? You see how these have coming out a little bit? Let's look at these here, God says. Three of Wands. Let's navigate. Let's choose to no longer just survive. The Lovers depolarizing, the World, and Two of Pentacles. Changing the way that we love about ourselves to help this new future come in. This inheritance that even your feminine inner child knows that we must go for. But the masculine, no, I'm too afraid. No, I'm not deserving. Not allowing us to fully honor our true selves. You still continue to reject yourself. You still continue to think that you're not good enough, that you hold this shame, that you're not worthy, that you're not deserving, that you're not enough. But honey, that's what the devil's going to tell you anyway. Stop believing it. It's not true. Tell your brain right now, it's not true. Repeat after me. Let's do some root and sacral and solar plexus affirmations. I am me. I am love. I am feeling great about myself. I'm hopeful about the actions that I'm going to make. I want to make moves. I am deserving. I am enough. It's deciding that you're enough for yourself. And the fact that you're not just shows too that you don't even have your head screwed on correctly. You can't trust yourself to make decisions, can you? There's a lot of consequences here that you feel guilty over. But now it's the knowledge, wisdom, power, perception to not do those things, to change your avenue, to change your navigation of your own ship, and to move to smoother seas, smoother emotions. There's a lot of anger here, a lot of anger, a lot of neglect, a lot of rejection. And whether this is maternal conditioning or not, you still allow your own maternal conditioning on the inside of you to do this. Breaking this mother wound is only going to accelerate your heart further. What is here? The moon. Shut up, Lord. Like we just said, this maternal conditioning. What you do in the dark is fucking scary, sure. But what is it when you bring it to the light? Is it going to glorify? The dark is only there to bring glory to the light. And if you're going to Ephesians yourself and live as a child of light, it's what can the moon teach you? The moon is big and bright and you're looking at it, but the moon has the ability to enlighten and empower everything else underneath it. And there's all these different little things that you're missing. You're not looking down at the water and the way that the ebb and flow and the way that the water kisses the land at all times. You're not looking at the grassy seashore. You're not looking at the flowers that are there. You're not looking at both sides of yourself in the paradigm. King of Swords, there's that masculine energy trying to come and show you this truth that you can be safe in your own flesh, that you can adapt, you can evolve. We can mature our own thought processes. But you feel so down and out on your own self, it's hard to believe it. So then that's just what your world, your heart, your own path continues to produce for yourself. There's the wheel right there. See, it's changing your own dynamic around. It's changing your own dynamic around to be something better. There's that Five of Pentacles once again. This five is going to root us back to this Hierophant, is it not? And this morals and ethics and codes. And do I want to treat myself the way that my mother treats herself? Fuck no, because I can't even stand to be around my own mother because of these boundaries I need to place. I needed to become assertive. I needed to say, I'm not just a little fucking child anymore, and I can act the way that I want to. I have a right to choose. I have a right to be in control. But when you're living around a narcissistic bully that takes away all your strength, you're not able to sit there and say that because then you're gaslit. Then you have been made to be crazy. You have been made to be shameful and guilty and reject yourself and create further abandonment. You have now turned into your own mother. And no, we don't do that here in the kingdom. We don't do that anymore. What are the last messages here with this twin collective and twin collective? Wow. Well, I meant to say daily collective, but okay. There must be twin flame here. And twin flame is exactly that, isn't it? It's looking at our conditioning, it's rerouting our past, using what we can as wisdom and helping the mission further. And if your twin flame is suffering from maternal conditioning, it is very much what has kept you away from them. Look at this, Nine of Wands. Absolutely. It continues to keep yourself away from yourself. And Eight of Wands. And every time that this twin tries to come in and communicate, it's just a whole fucking clusterfuck because neither of you can control yourself. Neither of you can think clearly, know clearly, love clearly. So no wonder there's a separation. There's a separation inside of you. You cannot love your own nurture and nature if you're not practicing your own maternal right. Your twin cannot feel safe in his own or her own feminine energy because you don't know how to mother that either. And it's not smothering, it's mothering. It is, I'm going to be nurturing. I'm going to understand their nature and I'm going to learn and adapt and evolve to what it is. But your twin flame, honey, is also you. So don't you have to look in this mirror and say, I need to learn my own ecosystem. And trying to run your ecosystem the way that your mother runs it is already not honoring yourself. You're already trying to allow someone else to attack you over and over and over. And if you've created this boundary between your mother, it's your own motherly ways that continue to make yourself feel like shit. Last card here, Lord. Last card here for this maternal wound, for clearing it out, for becoming one with self. Five of Wands here. Stop being stubborn. Stop being so defensive. I need to just set the emotions down and I need to learn how to respond to myself instead of react. There's anxiety, there's fear, there's just so much struggle and strife, and it doesn't need to be there anymore. I'm just going to take a step back and I have a problem. And what is it that we have when we have a problem? We need to create a solution. So how are you going to create a solution with yourself? There's this Princess of Pentacles, this matured feminine energy. We already saw that Princess of Wands. So thank you, God, getting out of your own way to mature your own feminine inner child, to be that mother to yourself that you've always deserved, that you've always wanted. If you have children, you need to understand that this is what you're teaching them. And you know how this feels. Is that fair? Is that what you want? Here's just more shame, and here's just more guilt, and here's more, oh, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. But this is what God's trying to teach you is how to live in the present. And shoulda, coulda, woulda, I tried, that's all fucking swear words. Throw them out of your mouth and say, I'm going to. I am deserving. I am worthy. I feel great about this. I'm ready to move forward. This is how I'm going to act. This is what I'm going to do. And it is doing the opposite of what you were taught. Look at that. Four of Wands. And as soon as you do that, your twin flame. Yes, exactly. The more feminine work that you both do separately or together, it doesn't matter. It's only going to continue honoring this twin flame relationship, which is right here. However, you and God are your first twin flame. You and Jesus are your second twin flame. You are your third twin flame. And this masculine or this feminine on the opposing paradigm of you is your fourth twin flame. And we see Four of Wands right here coming into completion. You must feel safe and secure with your own self. You need to make your own ecosystem feel safe. Ten of Cups. See? And then it's just going to go all love from there and continue loving yourself. Maybe you've never chosen to have a cup before. Have you ever heard, well, my cup is half full, my cup is half empty? But have you actually fucking taken ownership of your cup? And the book of Matthew tells us that our cup cannot be cleaned until it is cleaned on the inside. You can clean the outside of it all you want, but if the inside is still dirty, are you going to be eating and drinking from it? Probably not. What's under this Ten of Cups? Ace of Swords. Oh my goodness, this brand new spiritual backbone, the will to pull your sword out of your hardened stone of a heart, and make this navigation move forward. I'm going to evolve. I'm going to adapt. I'm going to come out of truth. I'm going to enlighten and empower my own inner children. There's the crown there, and we see these roots, the sacral, the solar plexus, everything. It's learning how to love yourself, and learning how to love yourself is the most important thing because that's what the twin flame journey is about. Learning how to love yourself, to heal others, and to work for God's people. Three of Cups. You will have a celebration, but it's not there yet. There's another woman in the mix. They may have a karmic, but don't believe it. It's all falsified. There's the Jezebel card right there. Don't believe it. It's all falsified. 5 and 5 with the new start there. What happens when there's fives? A death and rebirth. Change needs to happen. Exactly. Just focus on you. Focus on you. Don't focus on them. Focus on what you can change, what you can control, what you can evolve, and what you can adapt. Last card here, Lord, for this collective reading today. In clearing out this maternal wound, this mother wound. When the feminine can do it from the outside in, it will also help the masculine's mother wound. Teaching this masculine how to become his own mother. Because justice is here in your family line for both of you twin flames. The inheritance that's meant to be on its way, the love, the patience, the understanding, the kindness, everything. It's yours. God just flew it out for us. You just have to claim it. And allowing yourself to be leaving yourself out in the cold and thinking that you're not deserving of this is only going to bring it farther away instead of really, really close to you. Look at the balance there, the wings that are spreading out of that sacral chakra, learning to love yourself and bringing in for you what you've always wanted. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Cups again, Princess of Pentacles, 4 of Wands. Okay, something new, Lord. 2 of Cups, loving both inner children to bring the justice in for yourself. And the Ace of Pentacles, exactly, a new start. I love you, and God loves you more than me. Wounds into light.